In today's society, understanding the scope and limitations of police authority is crucial for safeguarding individual rights. Police officers, as representatives of the state, hold a unique position of power and responsibility. Their primary role is to enforce laws, maintain public order, and protect the rights and safety of citizens. The balance between exercising authority and respecting citizens' rights is delicate and constantly evolving, shaped by legal frameworks, societal expectations, and historical context. The impact of police authority extends far beyond the immediate interactions between officers and the public. It influences public perceptions of safety, trust in governmental institutions, and community cohesion. Misuse of this power can lead to significant social unrest, while proper use can enhance communal harmony and cooperation. Hence, an informed public can better navigate interactions with law enforcement, leading to more positive outcomes for both officers and citizens. Understanding the legal boundaries within which police operate is essential. These boundaries are defined by various laws and constitutional protections, which aim to balance police authority with individual freedoms. This essay will explore these legal frameworks, particularly focusing on North American contexts, and provide practical advice for interacting with law enforcement. By demystifying police authority, we empower citizens to exercise their rights effectively and responsibly. As we proceed, we'll delve into the constitutional foundations that set the stage for all police actions, ensuring that every interaction adheres to a legal and ethical standard. The constitutional protections in place to guard against unreasonable police actions are fundamental to maintaining the rule of law in democratic societies. These protections ensure that the power of the state is balanced with the rights of individuals, creating a framework where justice and liberty can coexist. In the United States, the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution provides a critical shield against unreasonable searches and seizures. This amendment is a cornerstone of American civil liberties, reflecting the nation's commitment to personal privacy and freedom from arbitrary governmental intrusion. This amendment ensures that police actions are conducted with proper judicial oversight, requiring warrants to be judicially sanctioned and supported by probable cause. This process acts as a safeguard, ensuring that any search or seizure is justified and not based on mere suspicion or whim. Similarly, in Canada, Section 8 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms protects individuals from unreasonable search and seizure. This section is integral to the Canadian legal system, emphasizing the importance of privacy and the need for law enforcement to operate within clearly defined legal boundaries. This section ensures that individuals' privacy rights are respected and that any intrusion by law enforcement is justified, proportional, and conducted in accordance with the law. It mandates that any search or seizure must be reasonable, balancing the needs of law enforcement with the rights of individuals. These protections are crucial for preventing abuses of power and for fostering a culture of respect and accountability within policing. By holding law enforcement to high standards, these constitutional provisions help to build public trust and ensure that police actions are transparent and justifiable. The interpretation of these constitutional rights has evolved through various landmark court decisions, which have clarified the extent and limits of police authority. These decisions are pivotal in shaping the legal landscape, providing clear guidelines on what constitutes reasonable and unreasonable police conduct. These cases serve as precedents that both law enforcement and citizens can refer to in understanding the legal landscape of police interactions. They offer a roadmap for navigating complex legal scenarios, ensuring that both parties are aware of their rights and responsibilities. For instance, the exclusionary rule in the U.S., which prohibits the use of illegally obtained evidence in court, underscores the importance of adhering to constitutional standards. This rule acts as a powerful deterrent against unlawful searches and seizures, reinforcing the need for police to follow legal protocols. Understanding these constitutional protections is not merely academic. It has real-world implications for how individuals can assert their rights. Knowledge of these protections empowers citizens to challenge unlawful actions and seek redress, ensuring that their rights are upheld in everyday encounters with law enforcement. Awareness of these rights shapes how individuals should interact with police, setting the stage for respectful and lawful engagements. It encourages a more informed and confident citizenry, capable of navigating interactions with law enforcement in a manner that protects their rights and promotes mutual respect. As we explore further, the guidelines for police use of force will highlight how these constitutional principles are applied in more dynamic and potentially volatile situations. These guidelines are essential for ensuring that the use of force is both necessary and proportionate, reflecting the core values enshrined in constitutional protections. The use of force by police is a highly scrutinized aspect of law enforcement, often drawing significant public attention and debate, governed by both legal standards and departmental policies, which aim to balance the need for public safety with the rights of individuals. In the United States, the principle of reasonable force is applied, which means that the amount of force used must be proportionate to the threat encountered. This principle ensures that officers do not exceed what is necessary to control a situation. This principle is not only a legal framework, but also a guideline for training and operational procedures in police departments. Officers undergo extensive training to understand and apply these guidelines effectively. In Canada, the use of force framework is similar, emphasizing proportionality, necessity, and reasonableness. Canadian law enforcement agencies also stress the importance of these principles in their training programs. Both countries have systems in place that require officers to escalate their use of force only in accordance with the severity of the situation. This means that officers must assess the threat level and respond with an appropriate level of force. These guidelines are designed to minimize harm, while allowing officers to protect themselves and the public. The goal is to resolve situations with the least amount of force necessary. Training in de-escalation techniques is becoming increasingly common, reflecting a shift towards more nuanced approaches to handling potentially volatile situations. De-escalation training teaches officers how to diffuse tense situations without resorting to force. However, the application of these principles can vary significantly in real-world scenarios, leading to controversies and debates about the appropriateness of police actions. Different situations and contexts can lead to different interpretations of what constitutes reasonable force. High-profile cases of police use of force have sparked public and legal scrutiny, pushing for reforms in how force is applied. These cases often become focal points for discussions on police practices and accountability. These cases often highlight the need for clear, consistent guidelines and training to ensure that use of force is applied judiciously and justifiably. Proper training can help officers make better decisions in high-pressure situations. Transparency and documentation play crucial roles in the oversight of police use of force. By maintaining clear records and making information available to the public, police departments can build trust and accountability. Many police departments now require detailed reporting on incidents involving force, and the use of body cameras has become more widespread. These measures help ensure that all uses of force are documented and reviewed. These tools not only provide evidence in cases of disputes, but also serve as deterrents against the misuse of power. Body cameras can capture the events leading up to and during the use of force, providing a clearer picture of what occurred. As we continue, the discussion will shift to the specific legal procedures and rights individuals should be aware of during police interactions, further exploring how these principles of force are practically applied. Understanding these procedures can help individuals navigate interactions with law enforcement more effectively. When interacting with police, knowing one's legal rights and the procedures that officers must follow is essential for a lawful and respectful engagement. This knowledge not only empowers individuals, but also fosters a more transparent and accountable law enforcement process. In North America, individuals have the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney during police interrogations. These rights are fundamental in ensuring that individuals do not inadvertently incriminate themselves and have access to legal counsel to navigate the complexities of the law. These rights are protected under the Fifth Amendment in the United States and are similarly safeguarded in Canada through legal precedents and statutes. The Fifth Amendment, in particular, is a cornerstone of American constitutional law, providing a critical check on governmental power. During a police stop, whether for a traffic violation or a street inquiry, officers must have a reasonable suspicion to detain an individual. This means that the officer must have a factual basis for suspecting that the person is involved in criminal activity. This suspicion must be based on clear, specific, and articulable facts, not merely on a hunch. Articulable facts are concrete and observable, providing a legitimate basis for the officer's actions. Understanding this can help individuals assess whether their detention is justified or if their rights are being infringed upon. By being aware of these requirements, individuals can better protect themselves and ensure that any detention is lawful. Additionally, during searches, consent plays a crucial role. Officers often ask for consent to search a person or property, and individuals have the right to refuse. Police must typically obtain either the individual's consent or a valid warrant unless exigent circumstances exist. Exigent circumstances refer to situations where immediate action is necessary, such as to prevent harm or the destruction of evidence. For individuals, knowing when and how to assert these rights can significantly impact the outcome of police interactions. Properly asserting one's rights can prevent unlawful searches and detentions. For instance, calmly stating, "I do not consent to a search," can legally fortify an individual's privacy rights. This simple statement can be a powerful tool in protecting one's personal space and belongings. However, it's equally important to recognize that while one can assert their rights, doing so in a confrontational manner may lead to complications. Confrontational behavior can escalate the situation and may result in additional legal issues. The goal should always be to maintain a calm and respectful demeanor. This approach not only helps de-escalate potential conflicts but also demonstrates a commitment to lawful and respectful engagement. Moreover, understanding one's rights also involves recognizing the limitations of police authority. Police officers have specific powers granted by law, and knowing these boundaries can help individuals navigate interactions more effectively. For example, in both the US and Canada, checkpoints and roadblocks have specific legal guidelines that must be followed. These guidelines are designed to balance public safety with individual rights. Awareness of these guidelines can help individuals navigate such encounters more effectively. Knowing what to expect and how to respond can reduce anxiety and ensure a smoother interaction. As we transition to discussing oversight and accountability mechanisms in law enforcement, these legal frameworks and individual rights continue to play a pivotal role. Ensuring that law enforcement agencies are held accountable is essential for maintaining public trust and upholding the rule of law.